Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Waynoka. This is Waynoka taking on Kremlin Hillsdale this evening. Cade Kennedy here with you. What should be a fun game between Kremlin and Hillsdale, coming into this one with a record of 6-6, taking on Waynoka, the record of 2-4. Kremlin Hillsdale wasting no time. Quickly getting on board is Chloe Hewlett, who is able to get on with a first pitch single. Next batter coming up will be Larry Atherton, and her first pitch goes directly to Temperance Boziden for the first out of the game. Next up for Kremlin Hillsdale will be Abby LaCrone, number 6. Her first pitch to her goes right down to third base line, and that will be flying away as will make its way all the way down to left field and quickly move another runner. Oh, that was mine. And was going to talk about the wind, but the wind decided to do it for me, blowing my roster away before I could even get through all of it here, as it turns into a single that brings a runner home in Hewlett. And so now it'll bring up number 27, that is Hayes. As Hayes hits a grounder to third, they'll fire back over to first, but she's able to beat it out and move a runner from second to third. And now moving on the run is going to get a runner to second. Now coming all the way home will be LaCrone. And now heading on home is Hayes. It's the runner trying to get there in time with the pass just sailing around. It'll bring 2 runs in, so an inside the park home run for Kremlin Hillsdale off of errors. And so 2 singles early for Kremlin Hillsdale, and then to add on top of that now, you get Hayes, who's able to make it on home. So Kremlin Hillsdale with the early 3-0 lead. And so now it will bring up Tristan Overstreet. Coming up next, we have a quick visit to the mound. As mentioned in this one, Kremlin Hillsdale, a 6-6 team coached by Randy Vaught, and the Kremlin Hillsdale team that has battled a lot of competition throughout the season. Their last game a few days ago, they played Oklahoma Bible Academy, lost to them 18-10. Their last win, however, one of the more impressive ones you'll find, especially for a Class A school, taking on 6A Enid and being able to beat them 7-3. As now Tristan Overstreet up at bat. As the first pitch to Overstreet goes for a ball. Second pitch on the way. Overstreet able to put that one in play. Hits it back up to the second baseman. Cannon White able to flip it over to first for the putout. So bring up number 15, Sarah Gordon. As Gordon able to put that one right in the gap between first and second and able to get aboard with a single. And a lot of first pitch swinging we're seeing so far from Kremlin Hillsdale. As next he'll bring up Fetters.
Good, something down. Hey, 2 or 1. Get on the line.
First pitch to Fetters goes for a ball. Second pitch is a towering shot all the way out to left field. It'll go down near the warning track all the way to the left field wall. And it'll turn into a double for Fetters. So Addie Fetters able to get the double to move Gordon to third. So now it'll bring up number 0, that is Araceli Snodgrass. First pitch to Snodgrass goes in for a called strike. Second pitch going to be hit near that same spot, but drifting foul, and it does for Snodgrass. As runners move back to their positions. It's Kremlin Hillsdale with a 3-0 lead, 1-1 count, or 2 outs as the next pitch goes down low to Snodgrass. Make it a 2-1 count. 2-1 on the way from Aubrey Delano. That one hit right back to Delano, who's able to make the grab and get out of the inning. And so Kremlin Hillsdale able to get 3 on the board, but Waynoka able to limit the damage. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more Waynoka softball here on KALV.
From the beginning of time, Larry and Linda Zook have supported the people and events in our part of the country. Usually, Chimney Rock Mini Storage is full, and we remind you to get on the waiting list for the next open unit. Well, for the first time in a long time, Linda and Larry have a couple of open units at Chimney Rock Mini Storage in Waynoka. Call quickly, 580-824-1042.
Services all of the U.S. and Canada, Northern Mexico, and Puerto Rico. We handle both drum and bulk hazardous waste in liquid, solid, semi-solid, sludge, and gas forms. One call handles all your hazardous waste disposal needs. Located in Waynoka, where we proudly support our railroaders.
Welcome back to Waynoka. Cade Kennedy here with you. Bottom of the first, softball between Waynoka and Kremlin Hillsdale. Kremlin Hillsdale with the early 3-0 lead over the Lady Rails. It'll be Cannon Wyatt up first for Waynoka, followed by Ava Watson and Aubrey Delano. As Wyatt makes her way to the plate. The leadoff hitter for Waynoka, still extremely early on in this. Was the first pitch for Wyatt is a called strike. As Overstreet, the pitcher for Kremlin Hillsdale, is Wyatt able to rope that one down the third base liner. Will be fair. Wyatt able to round first, racing for second, and Wyatt able to try to beat it out in time and is safe. Cannon Wyatt able to get a leadoff double to start things for Waynoka. And that is the energy you want to see for the Lady Rails, coming off a win over Hillsdale Christian is Waynoka. That game just 4 days ago. And it'll bring up number 22, Ava Watson. First pitch to Watson, in for a strike. So back-to-back first pitch strikes that Overstreet was able to get. Overstreet firing away on pitch number 2, and that one just outside to even up the count, 1-1 to Watson. 1-1 on the way. Is Watson able to get a crack on that one, hit it towards the gap, but it is caught out in center field for the first out for the Lady Rails here in the bottom of the first. So still a 3-0 lead for Kremlin Hillsdale. Cannon Wyatt currently standing on second base for Waynoka, and it'll bring up the pitcher, Aubrey Delano. As Delano swings at the first pitch she sees, hits it right to the shortstop and moves it over, fires it to first, now back to third, trying to get the double play, and does. And so a quick but unconventional 1-2-3 inning for Kremlin Hillsdale will give the Lady Broncs a 3-0 lead, making our way to the top of the second. Folks, we'll take another quick break and be right back with more Waynoka softball here on KALV.
Rachel's Cafe in downtown Waynoka is like its owner, beautiful. From the front door, clear through. You'll love the look, the feel, well, and you'll love the taste at Rachel's Cafe. With a full menu and a daily special, Rachel's is burgers, calf fries, and much, much more. Open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 to 4 and Friday and Saturday from 11 to 7 p.m. Say hi to Rachel and her great staff in downtown Waynoka.
Welcome back to Waynoka. Cade Kennedy here with you as we make our way to the top of the second, as Abby will lead it off for Kremlin Hillsdale. It's the first pitch. First pitch to Abby for a ball. There's Maddie Abby. This pitch goes for a called strike. They'll make it a 2-1 count. Next pitch outside, and that'll move it to 3-1 quickly for Aubrey Delano. 3-1 on the way, and that one low. It'll be a walk for Maddie Abe. And so now it will bring up probably one of the most fun names you will see. You know, we talked about it. I was talking to Tyler Riggs of K101 earlier today. Classic Bowl's coming up. Something I always suggest to him every year is that the Classic Bowl should have an all-name team. And every year he tells me that I'm crazy, but Olivia Frickenschmidt, the next player up for Kremlin Hillsdale. Frickenschmidt fields it over to Bose, hits it right to Bozine, who fires to wide, tries to turn 2, and cannot get that to go. So Frickenschmidt able to get aboard, but AB out at second. So Frickenschmidt able to reach on the fielder's choice. Actually, no, they're going to say both are second. So Frickenschmidt was able to get aboard on the fielder's choice, and so now we'll bring up number 31 back to Hewlett. Hewlett's first pitch is going to straddle the right field line, but it will drop fair. It'll be a base hit. And so I was right the first time. It was that fielder's choice area there. It moves Frickenschmidt all the way to third, or take that back. It moves AB to third. It was Frickenschmidt who was out at first. And so Hewlett able to get aboard with the single. So the next pitch now to Atherton. As Laney Atherton, the best hitter on this Kremlin Hillsdale team, batting .613 on the season so far. As the pitch for Atherton outside for a strike, moves it to a 1-2 count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the way to Atherton. She ends up fouling that one back. And so that will count as strike 3. So once again, able to get the out. We'll move it to 2 outs now. And a good pitch there for Delano, able to get the foul/strikeout. So now we'll bring up number 6 in Lacrome, Abby Lacrome. As Lacrome hits that one all the way to the center field wall, 1 run will come in. Lacrome rounding to second, another runner coming home, and it'll be a 2 RBI double to put Kremlin Hillsdale ahead 5-0. So a double to the center field wall for Abby Lacrome, able to bring in both Heslett and Eby. Now it'll bring back up Hayes. Katie Jo Hayes was able to score on that inside the park home run with the error the first time around, as the pitch to her goes for a strike. Evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. As Hayes able to hit that one into the outfield towards right field, it'll bring another runner home in Lacrome, and so it's an RBI single to make it now a 6-0 ball game, favoring Kremlin Hillsdale. So still 2 outs here in the top of the second. Kremlin Hillsdale now with a 6-0 lead over Waynoka. As it'll bring Overstreet back up. That is Tristan Overstreet, the pitcher for Kremlin Hillsdale. First 2 pitches on the way. Both have been balls. The 2-0 count to Overstreet as she hits that one towards center field, where it is going to be grabbed. And that will end the inning. As Overstreet flies out to center field, but Kremlin Hillsdale able to get 3 more runs on the board. We'll take a quick break and come back with the bottom of the second. Later Rails find themselves in a 6-0 hole early. We'll take that break and be right back here on KALV.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
Welcome back to Waynoka, as the Lady Rails find themselves down 6-0 against the Bronx of Kremlin Hillsdale. It'll be Temperance Poseidon coming up for the first time for Waynoka. Temperance batting .611 so far on the season. First pitch fouled away. As mentioned, Waynoka's first inning started off with a double from Cannon Wyatt, but then Ava Watson not able to get anything going. Hit a good at bat, was trying to stay productive, but got the first down. Then Aubrey Delano grounding into a double play as the second pitch to Poseidon goes all the way to the wall, and it is gone. A home run for Temperance Poseidon to get the Lady Rails on the board. I talked about Poseidon, the hot bat she's had so far, and able to crush that one over the center field wall out to the trucks in the outfield. And so that puts Waynoka on the board. That's the offense that they needed. And so Poseidon, who's been batting cleanup, now brings up Devin Seegers, the second hottest hitter on this Waynoka team, batting right at .500. First pitch goes to Seeger, and that one in for the strike. Coach Ryan McKee giving some instructions to Seeger. Next pitch on its way. Seeger going to make contact with that one. Gets that into the outfield towards shallow right. And Seeger aboard with a single. And now it'll bring up Jada Rosas. So runner on for the Lady Rails, trailing 6-1 here in the bottom of the second. Runner on first and nobody out. It's the first pitch, swing and a miss for Rosas. The 1-0, or I should say the 0-1 on the way. That one another swinging attempt at it, makes it a 0-ball 2-strike count for Jada. 0-2 on the way from Overstreet, and that one just a bit outside, moves the count now to 1-2. 1-2 on the way from Overstreet, and Rosas able to make contact with him. Fields it right to Overstreet, fires back to first, and is able to get the double play with Seeger already moving ahead. And so now it'll bring up Journey Hufford to the plate, batting in the 7 spot for the Lady Rails. 2 out and a 6-1 lead for Kremlin Hillsdale here. The bottom as Hufford flies that one out to center field. Again, a well-hit ball, just hit right to somebody. And that will end the threat for Waynoka. Temperance Poseidon able to get the Lady Rails on the board with a solo shot to center. But Waynoka still trailing 6-1 as we make our way to the third inning. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more Waynoka softball here on KALV.
Oasis, a whole new world of off-road delight. America's Oasis, joining the north edge of the Little Sahara State Park just south of Waynoka, is open for business, and they invite you and your family to come stay and play. To explore all the possibilities, go to their website, americasoasis.com, and see the many ways you can come to Northwest Oklahoma and play in the sand. America's Oasis, an amazing concept. You have to experience it to believe it. Come visit America's Oasis, just south of Waynoka, the little city by the sand.
Back here in Waynoka as we make our way to the top of the third. As we start with Gordon on a quick grounder straight to second, flying it over to first, an immediate put out. And that's what you want to see if you're Waynoka. as it'll now bring up Fetters. Addie Fetters. Up, who was able to get a double the first time around. So one out already. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. Make it 2 balls, no strikes to Fetters.
Got 2. Small adjustment.
As Fetters hits it down the third base line, and Bozine has to try to pick it up, bobbles it, as Fetters will get aboard on the infield hit. And so now it'll bring up Snodgrass. Araceli Snodgrass. Snodgrass, who got out of her first time up, looks at ball 1 to start. Top of the third here in Waynoka. Lady Rails trailing 6-1 against the Kremlin Hillsdale team that we talked about it a bit earlier. Has played some stiff competition. Has played Enid, has played Woodward. A bunch of ranked opponents as well. Had to battle Oklahoma Bible Academy. They've played Fairview. They have played a lot of bigger name teams and a lot of tougher teams as well. It's the pitch on the way from Delano. Snodgrass able to hit that one out towards center field. Goes over the head of the center fielder. It'll go all the way towards the wall, and it'll be a double for Snodgrass. It'll move Fetters all the way to third, so now 2 runners in scoring position for Kremlin Hillsdale, as it'll bring back up Maddie Abey, who was able to draw a walk her first time up. Still 1 out in the top of the third, as the first pitch to Abey goes in for a called strike. I talked about it is not talked about it yet, but it has been a beautiful day today as Abey hits that one right to Watson at third, who's able to eventually get to it, but by the time she picks it up, a runner already comes home in Fetters, and so everybody will be safe for Kremlin Hillsdale. So now it'll bring up Olivia Frickenschmidt. This first pitch to Frickenschmidt goes all the way to the backstop for ball 1. So Kremlin Hillsdale now a 7-1 lead over Waynoka here in the top of the third. The runners on first and second. Frickenschmidt hits that one back to Delano, fires it over to first, able to make the play in time. It'll move the runners ahead, though, but now both in scoring position, as it'll move Abey to second and Snodgrass to third. It's the second out of the inning, though, for Kremlin Hillsdale, as it will now bring up Chloe Hewlett. Hewlett, who has singled in both of her appearances, looks at the first pitch go by for ball 1.
Hey, building clean, ladies. Let's do it.
It's the second pitch on the way, and that one will come in for a called strike. 1-1 on the way. Once again, another strike. Now a 1-2 count for Hewlett. Kremlin Hillsdale, the 7-1 lead in the top of the third. Is the pitch on the way, and that one will go outside, and even the count up 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Don't leave them out here, Chloe. Let's go.
Runners on second and third for Kremlin Hillsdale. The 7-1 lead is the pitch fouled away, and that will end the inning, as it would be strike 3. So once again, Waynoka able to get out of it, only giving up a run, as Hewlett not able to get on board, ends up fouling on strike 3. So folks, we'll take another quick break and make our way to the bottom of the third. Waynoka trailing Kremlin Hillsdale 7-1. You're listening to Waynoka Softball on KALV.
What do you look for in a good ag lender? Local decision making? Quick responses on questions? Personalized business packages with a focus on your financial goals? Guidance with the latest technology? On-site visits with respect for your time and your schedule? Well, if that sounds good to you, you should give us a call. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the leader in ag lending.
Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, an equal housing lender, online at farmcreditloans.com.
back in Waynoka as we make our way to the bottom of the third. As Reagan Furman about to make her first appearance of the game. It's Waynoka trailing 7-1 as mentioned. Waynoka coached by Ryan McKee, 2-4 on the season, but Waynoka team, both their wins over Beaver, 5-4. That was the first game of the season, and then beating Hillsdale Christian just 4 days ago, 11-3. So Waynoka continuing to try to improve throughout the season here. His first pitch was in for a ball to Furman. Next pitch on the way. Furman able to hit that one down the third base line. Balled by the third baseman. Furman tries to beat it out, but cannot. Instead, it will be a ground out. So now it'll bring up Zoe Schmidt for her first appearance of the night. One down already for the Lady Rails here in the bottom of the third. A 7-1 lead for Coleman Hillsdale. Talked about it a little bit. It's a beautiful day. 74 degrees outside as the first pitch to Schmidt is a ball. Just a bit out. 74 degrees, partly cloudy. Sun's starting to make its way back behind the dugout here. As the Lady Rails trying to keep the positive momentum. As Schmidt hits that one, gets it over to the shortstop, fires it back to first, and is able to get the out of Schmidt. It's back-to-back grounders for Waynoka. So now it'll bring up Hattie Lake. Hattie Lake's first at bat of the game is able to hit that one right down the line of the first baseman who steps on the bag, and that'll be a 3-up, 3-down inning once again for the Lady Rails. Just 3 straight grounders for Waynoka. So we'll take a break and make our way to the fourth. Kremlin Hillsdale with a 7-1 lead over Waynoka. We'll be back in a moment with more Waynoka softball on KALV.
We are very fortunate to live, to work, and to be able to play in this part of the world. We're also thankful for all of our blessings, our friends, and our neighbors in and around the Waynoka area. One of our big blessings is having our own animal doctor. That's Dr. Michaela Zook. Dr. Michaela Zook is now located in downtown Waynoka and can be reached at any time by telephone, 580-554-0226. Dr. Michaela Zook. One more blessing at our hometown veterinarian.
Back in Waynoka. Cade Kennedy here with you in what has been a fast-moving game so far as Kremlin Hillsdale with a 7-1 lead over the Lady Rails here in what is about to be the top of the fourth. As Aubrey Delano getting set, wanting to make sure what she wants. As it will bring up Larry Atherton, who has mentioned a 613 hitter on the season so far. The first pitch goes to her for a ball. The 1-0 on the way from Delano. Is that one put into play by Atherton? Hits that one just over the glove of Bo Zeiten into center field. It will be a single for Atherton to start the fourth. So it'll now bring up Abby Lacombe, who has singled and doubled in her first 2 at-bats, and has come home to score both times. The first pitch to her goes for a ball. So 1-0 count on the way to Lacombe. Fired in, and Lacombe able to foul that one away as it will roll near the dugout. Evens the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner on first for the Lady Broncs of Kremlin Hillsdale. 7-1 lead over Waynoka. No outs here in the top of the fourth. A little bit of a breeze earlier on, about 15 miles an hour, dying down somewhat now. As the next pitch outside, and that one will be another ball. 2-1 to Lacombe. Pitch on the way from Delano, and that one chopped all the way towards the left center field where it will be caught. And so it'll be a long fly out for Lacombe for the first time. She has not gotten on today. So now to bring up Katie Jo Hayes, who scored on the inside the park home run her first time around, a single in the second inning. Runner on first for Kremlin Hillsdale with a 1-0 count now to Hayes. Pitch on the way goes low and makes it 2-0. So one runner on in Atherton and one out. 2-0 to Hayes, goes outside, now 3-0. This is Delano, who's been the only pitcher so far this season for Waynoka. Fires that one in and able to get the called strike on Hayes. 7-1, Kremlin Hillsdale on top of Waynoka as Hayes able to ground that one straight to Bozine, and it rolls past her. Everyone will be safe as Hayes able to get on board, and now Atherton makes her way over to third while trying to get it back. And so another base hit for Kremlin Hillsdale. It'll now bring up Tristan Overstreet. So the pitcher-on-pitcher battle. Runners at the corners for Kremlin Hillsdale, only one out. First pitch to Overstreet goes away for ball one. It's the 1-0 on the way from Delano as Overstreet fouls that one back.
Hey, you're getting here a little bit, okay? Stay calm, get through it.
1-1 count for Overstreet. Pitch on the way from Delano, and that one hit all the way towards left field, where it is going to just stay fair and hide in the corner to bring one run home. Will it bring another? It looks like it will not. It's going to be a double, however, for Overstreet to make it 8-1 and move Hayes all the way to third. So now a 8-1 lead for Kremlin Hillsdale. The Lady Broncs have scored in all 4 innings. And I'll bring up Sarah Gordon. First pitch to Gordon goes outside for ball one. So an 8-1 lead now for Kremlin Hillsdale with 2 runners in scoring position. As it's Hayes at third and Overstreet at second. As the pitch put in play by Gordon, and that one will be caught. One runner goes, as it will be Hayes making her way home to score. As Hayes able to tag up there. We'll now bring up Addie Fetters. So still a runner on second and Overstreet, and a 9-1 lead for Kremlin Hillsdale. As Fetters able to uncork one towards center field. However, it is caught, and that will end the inning. So Kremlin Hillsdale able to tack on 2 more and extend their lead to 9-1 over Waynoka. Lady Rails going to try to cut back into the deficit. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more Waynoka softball here on KALV.
Holder Drug, your local pharmacy. Stop in and check out some of the new available items at Holder's, starting with our hanging scrolls and banners. Expecting a child soon? Holder Drug is the perfect place for your baby registry. Find more information by stopping by the store or visit us online at holderdrug.com. As always, free delivery with your medications and prescriptions, along with specials at the fountain. That's Holder Drug, located on the downtown square, right here in Alva.
From the beginning of time, Larry and Linda Zook have supported the people and events in our part of the country. Usually, Chimney Rock Mini Storage is full, and we remind you to get on the waiting list for the next open unit. Well, for the first time in a long time, Linda and Larry have a couple of open units at Chimney Rock Mini Storage in Waynoka. Call quickly, 580-824-1042.
Back here in Waynoka, Cannon Wyatt leading things off in the bottom of the 4th for the Rails. As Wyatt able to slap one in towards left field, but able to get the bloop single as Cannon Wyatt had the double early on in the first inning and able to get aboard once again, as it'll bring up Ava Watson. So Cannon Wyatt with another good piece of hitting there, had a 2-0 count to her and was able to deliver once again. The First pitch to Watson in for a called strike. Watson, her first time, grounded out. 0-1 on the way to Watson, and that one low and away to even the count up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kremlin Hillsdale able to add 2 more in the top of the 4th to take a 9-1 lead over Waynoka. As the 1-1 on the way to Watson, who's able to chop that one right back to Overstreet. Fires over to first, able to make the play in time. So they'll move Wyatt to second as Watson able to almost get the sacrifice in a way to put a runner in scoring position and bring up Aubrey Delano. 1 out now for the Lady Rails with Wyatt at second. First pitch to Delano in for a called strike. As the 0-1 firing away from Overstreet, and that one will be low and even the count up 1-1. 1-1 on the way from Overstreet. We'll be outside and now put Delano in the favorable count, 2-1. It's the 2-1 from Overstreet. Is Delano able to pop that one up where it is caught in the infield? And so now it'll bring up Temperance Boziden, who had the home run in the top of the 2nd, the only run of the game so far for the Lady Rails. Has Wyatt on second. The runner in scoring position is Boziden able to hit that one, grounded right to second, firing over to first. Boziden not able to beat it out, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Waynoka. And so we will make our way to the 5th. Kremlin Hillsdale with a 9-1 lead over Waynoka. Lady Rails going to continue to try to fight back in this thing. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more Waynoka softball here on KALV.
Mock Resources, with offices in Waynoka, Oklahoma, is an independent upstream oil and gas company focused on the acquisition, development, and production of high-return, low-cost oil and natural gas projects. As responsible stewards of natural resources, Mock Resources understands the pivotal role energy has in building sustainable economic growth, social progress, and improving quality of life locally and globally. In addition to providing ethically sourced energy, Mock Resources is committed to delivering scalable, reliable, and affordable energy to all communities, to equip all people with the modern energy resources they need to thrive. To learn more about Mock Resources, email them info@mocknr, that's MACHNR.com, or find them online at mocknr.com.
Here in the top of the 5th in Waynoka. Quick inning so far for the Lady Bronx as Araceli Snodgrass first pitch flies out all the way towards center field. And Maddie Abey does the exact same thing in terms of flying out quickly on the first pitch. 2 outs already for Kremlin Hillsdale here in the top of the 5th. A 9-1 lead for the Lady Bronx, however, as Frickenschmidt makes her way up and is able to take the first pitch for ball 1. Looks to the next pitch, takes that one as well, able to get ball 2 out of it. So now a 2-0 count favoring Frickenschmidt. So next pitch on the way, put in play towards center field and caught once again. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Kremlin Hillsdale. As the Lady Bronx not able to get anything going, able to pop it up in the air, but that was about all they were able to do. So we'll make our way to the bottom of the 5th with Waynoka trailing 9-1. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more Waynoka softball here on KALV.
Warm up with a class at Northwest Technology Center this month. Choose one of our evening classes, including computer fundamentals, cooking, health-related courses, business development, and much more. Northwest Technology Center also offers training for your business at your convenience. Contact us today for more information at 580-327-0344 in Alva or 580-227-3708 in Fairview. Northwest Technology Center is preparing students for success in education, careers, and life.
It's the bottom of the fifth in Waynoka, as the Lady Rails trail 9-1 against Kremlin Hillsdale on what has been a beautiful Tuesday evening here in Waynoka. It's Devin Seeger up to the plate for her second time today. Seeger, a 500 hitter on the season, technically a bit over that now, as she was able to get a single. On first pitch is a pop-up that will work its way foul. As Seeger got that thing up in the air, and it felt like it just hung up there forever, but eventually came down in foul play. So all that just for an 0-1 count to Devin Seeger. Next pitch on the way from Overstreet. Seeger will let that one go past to even the count up, 1 ball and 1 strike. As Waynoka needing to get runs on the board here, trailing by 8 against the Lady Bronx. As Seeger able to slap that one back to Overstreet, fires over to first and able to get Seeger out. So now to bring up Jada Rosas, who grounded out her first time up in the second inning. The Lady Rails getting Jada Rosas going. She looks at the first pitch. Overstreet fires away, and Rosas able to slap that one back over to second, quickly firing away, and another ground out for the Lady Rails. And again, it's well hit balls. It's just getting hit right to people. So now to bring up Journey Hufford, who has been camping out in center field most of the day. As Hufford has done a great job, just about anything that's been hit to her, she's been able to catch. And now trying to keep this game going here. 2 outs for the Lady Rails in the bottom of the fifth, trailing 9-1 against Kremlin Hillsdale. It's the pitch on the way from Overstreet. Hufford able to slap that one out, going back all the way to the wall, as Hufford able to race to second, moves towards third, ball gets bobbled, and it'll be a triple for Journey Hufford. The Lady Rails needed to get a hit, and they did. As Journey Hufford, who has played well defensively today, able to come up with a big hit on offense as well. The first triple of the day, first extra base hit for the Lady Rails since the home run for Boziden back in the second inning. Is now Reagan Furman up for the Lady Rails as Furman hits that one over to third, firing to home, trying to make the tag in time. Could not, and Hufford is safe, and the Lady Rails are able to extend this game as Furman able to get aboard. And so Waynoka will keep this game going for at least a couple more innings if they can keep this thing under 8. 9-2. Waynoka trailing by 7. Pitch for Overstreet on the way to Zoe Schmidt. Is that pitch in for a called strike? The 0-1 on the way to Schmidt as she pops that one right back to Overstreet, who's able to make the catch. So we will move on to the 6th inning as Waynoka able to keep this game going with a run in the bottom of the 5th. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more Waynoka softball here on KALV.
Clean Harbors, hazardous waste disposal and recycling services provide the widest range of recycling, treatment, and disposal options for all your hazardous waste streams. Unmatched in North America, our infrastructure of hazardous waste management facilities services all of the U.S. and Canada, northern Mexico, and Puerto Rico. We handle both drum and bulk hazardous waste in liquid, solid, semi-solid, sludge, and gas forms. One call handles all your hazardous waste disposal needs. Located in Waynoka, where we proudly support our railroaders.
Here in the top of the 6th in Waynoka, is the Lady Rails able to extend the game with the triple by Journey Hufford, and Reagan Furman able to bring Hufford home on the single. As we've gotten back to the top of the order for Kremlin Hillsdales, it'll be Chloe Hustling. It's the first pitch to Hazlitt. Who's outside for ball one? 1-0 on the way. That one in the dirt, and that'll move the count quickly to 2-0. As the 2-0 to Hewlett, it gets hit right to first and able to make the play. Once again, are the Lady Rails. Just a soft grounder hit right to Ava Furman, and she was able to just step on the bag. And that's what you want to see if you're Waynoka. They were able to build off it with that quick 1-2-3 fifth inning. Now as Larry Atherton comes up, who's been the hot hitter of the day for Kremlin Hillsdale, first pitch swing and a miss. Is Delano able to get a good pitch on that one, able to make Atherton just swing right through it. So an 0-1 count to Atherton, one out here in the top of the sixth. The 0-1 on the way. That one back down low to even the count up. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I need a base hit swing. Line drive swing.
It's the 1-1 on the way from Delano. Atherton fouls that one off to move the count to 1-2. Top of the sixth, Kremlin Hillsdale with a 9-2 lead over Waynoka. A 1-2 count to Larry Atherton. The pitch down low, that'll even it up once again, 2-2. Is Waynoka able to extend this game and just try to keep extending it? He's playing for the Lady Rails. Atherton pops that one all the way up near the walls. Hufford makes a diving effort for it, can't get it to go, and instead it will be a triple potentially. Atherton slides into third, and that ball will roll past her. Atherton thought about racing home, but Coach Vaught saying you don't need to do that. So Atherton able to get the triple to move on and get a runner in scoring position for Abby LaCrone. I mean, it was a well-hit ball by Atherton. Hufford had to make that jumping effort for it. And I mean, if she could have made that, that would have been a highlight play for sure. But instead, it's LaCrone back up, and LaCrone's first pitch swings it right back towards Hufford, and that one will go over her head and out of here. A 2-run home run for Abby LaCrone. And Kremlin Hillsdale able to extend that lead back to 11-2 and up to 9, the largest lead of the day for the Lady Bronx. LaCrone, I mean, another one of those dangerous hitters. Kremlin Hillsdale, 5 starters that bat over 500. I mean, they've been a dangerous hitting team all season, and showing it there once again as Katie Jo Hayes makes her way up to the plate, batting in the cleanup spot. Hayes with 2 singles in the inside the park home run back in the first inning. Hayes has gotten 3 hits on the day. Every time she has been aboard, she has gotten on base. As another pitch by Hayes hit all the way out into left field and not able to make the catch with Seeger, as Hayes will race all the way to second. And a double for Hayes to keep the damage going for Kremlin Hillsdale. 11-2. Kremlin Hillsdale with the lead over Waynoka. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. As now to bring up Tristan Overstreet. As Overstreet watches the first pitch go by, in there for strike 1. It's already been a 2-run inning for Kremlin Hillsdale. Overstreet wanting to add a bit more. She pops that one up, calling away for the ball. Lady Rails able to make the catch, and no one able to move away. The pop-up for Overstreet right back towards the middle of the field. So now Sarah Gordon, who got a single on her first at bat and then ground out and fly out the last 2 times. First pitch to Gordon, gets hit right back over to second, fired to first, able to make the play was Furman, and that will end the threat. But Kremlin Hillsdale able to get 2 more runs in the top of the 6th to put Waynoka in the exact same situation they were in at the bottom of the 5th. Down by 9, you need to find a way to get a couple of runs and extend this game. We'll take a quick break and see if the Lady Rails can do that on the other side. More Waynoka softball on KALV.
Rachel's Cafe in downtown Waynoka is like its owner. Beautiful. From the front door, clear through, You'll love the look, the feel, well, and you'll love the taste at Rachel's Cafe. With a full menu and a daily special, Rachel's is burgers, calf fries, and much, much more. Open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 to 4 and Friday and Saturday from 11 to 7 p.m. Say hi to Rachel and her great staff in downtown Waynoka.
Back in Waynoka, here in the bottom of the sixth. It'll be Hattie Lake leading off the Lady Rails, who grounded out in the bottom of the third. First pitch to her is a good look there by Lake. Move the count to 1-0. It's 1-0 on the way from Overstreet. Lake will let that one roll on by. It is called a strike, however. They'll even up the count at 1-1. As Waynoka down 11-2 in the bottom of the sixth. Pitch on the way from Overstreet, and that one will once again be outside. Make it 2-1. So Waynoka down by 9. Run rule is 8 as Lake swings and misses down and takes a big hack at it, and that'll move the count to 2-2. It's the 2-2 on the way from Overstreet, and Lake will let that one go, but it is going to be a called strike on Hattie Lake. And so now to bring up Cannon Wyatt, who's gotten on base both times she's been up today. The double in the first inning and the single in the fourth. She's gotten a second both times she has been aboard today. She was able to make it to second off that single in the fourth. As Wyatt swings at the first pitch, hits that one right back over to second, tries to beat it out, but can't. And it's the first time today that Wyatt has not been able to get on base. And I mean, once again, it's following that trend we've been talking about where they're hard hit balls, they're well hit balls, they're just hit right to somebody. Just a bit unfortunate throughout the day as Ava Watson, her first pitch, gets hit back near the same spot, bobbles off, and Watson will get aboard with a single. The defender bobbled it trying to get aboard, and Ava Watson able to get her first hit of the day. And Waynoka once again will try to rally as it'll be Aubrey Delano up. Delano swings at the first pitch, a soft grounder, fired over to second, and that will end it. As Kremlin Hillsdale will get the 11-2 win over Waynoka. Lady Rails, once again, I mean, I just talked about it moments ago, they have these opportunities where they'll get a few pieces going together, they'll string a hit or two together, and then it's just a ball hit right to someone that ends up ending it, as Kremlin Hillsdale able to move on to 7-6 on the season, and Waynoka falling to 2-5. But if you're Waynoka, I mean, you talked about it a little bit in this game. This is a really good Kremlin Hillsdale team that has just continued to play well throughout the season. And there's really nothing. This is another game where this is more about how good Kremlin Hillsdale is than anything else. And I mean, you look at the stats here for Waynoka as they were able to get 6 hits in this game. I mean, this is a Waynoka team that was just had a rough day. And that happens every once in a while. When you play a good team like Kremlin Hillsdale, you have to play almost a perfect game every once in a while to beat a team that, remember, I talked about earlier on, Kremlin Hillsdale beat Enid. That's a Class A school beating a Class 6A school. That does not happen. Enid, a good softball team as well. They had battled Woodward, Fairview more. They've played higher-ranked teams and higher classes opponents. But Waynoka, unfortunately, not able to get this one, falling 11-2 to the Lady Bronx of Kremlin Hillsdale. So that will just about wrap everything up for us here. Cannon, Wyatt, Temperance, Boziden having good games for the Lady Rails. But, folks, we will see you once again. Well, tomorrow, actually. We'll have Chamber Chat, and it's not usual time, but second most usual time. It's always on Monday, except for when it isn't. And this happens to be one of those weeks. We had the Lady Rangers Day celebration on Monday. We'll have all sorts of stuff coming out on Facebook and YouTube the next few days as well. With that, we had the Bull Battle as well. That'll be coming on Facebook and YouTube as well. But, folks, we'll be back in our normal-ish slot tomorrow, Wednesday, and, of course, Rose and Ben on Thursday as well. So that will wrap things up here from Waynoka. Once again, Kremlin Hillsdale getting the 11-2 win over the Lady Rails. And we will see you tomorrow for Chamber Chat at noon. Until then, I'm Cade Kennedy saying have a good one, everybody.